A scouting report on LA.
LA's a good team. Robbie Keane's a quality player. Landon Donovan's obviously trying to make his impression right now in Jurgen, so that makes him a more dangerous player because when he's motivated, he's one of the top in the league. And Mike McGee's been on fire for them. Don't know if he'll be back in the lineup or not, but he's scored some goals. He got some good young players. Janino and Sarvis are a good, hard-working central midfield. They're a team, and it's a game where you're going to get chances. That they're going to get chances too.
They've lost 3 of their last 4. Is this the best time or the worst time to go against them?
I don't put too much stock in that. They're a quality team. They're in every game that they've been playing in. And, so if they slip up and they lose a game here or there, the game in New York was right at the end of the game, last minute type of result. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think there's a good time to play them. It's always going to be a tough game.
Are they different at all without Beckham? And also, I don't think we asked you previously, but just what now do you kind of take away as Beckham's legacy in the league?
Well, the big thing, without Beckham for them is Beckham was the guy who could really open the game up for them and could really change the point of attack and just had a marvelous ability to find guys away from the ball. And he was good at floating in midfield, and he was tough to pick up at times. So certainly, they play a little bit different without him. I think David's legacy to the league is the notoriety that the league got when he joined the league, and because of who he is and his accomplishments and where he was coming from with Real Madrid and Man United as his resume, I think was just a tremendous plus for the league. And even though his early years didn't go so well in terms of results for the club, I think obviously finishing up with 2 championships certainly secured his legacy here. But he was able to get MLS seen and known and shown in places that MLS really didn't get shown at, whether it was an evening talk show or whether it was Entertainment Tonight or whatever the case was. It gave exposure to the league it hadn't had before.
We haven't heard officially about Mario Martinez yet, but do you have a sense of if he gets called in, if he's going to go for that friendly, or if it's just for the qualifiers, or when you might lose him?
The friendly is the friendly, and we have to release him for the qualifiers. His coach was up here. I think now it's about 3 weeks ago. So we spoke, so we have an understanding, and he's very clear. We let him go early. The last time in January, didn't bring him into preseason, so he'll be here through our game with Chivas.
What kind of challenge does 3-4 matches in about a week's time present this squad?
It presents a number of challenges. Physically, it presents a challenge, because it's always tough playing 3 games in a week. Logistically, it's a real challenge just because of all the travel involved and all the moving parts. And plus, we have a reserve game at the end of that, so it's really 4 games in 7 days. And, so those are the challenges that are there. So now it's a matter of balancing the team. Who can play what, maximizing minutes of players. We know we're going to lose Eddie and Brad after the game on Sunday. So, all of that has to be taken into account as we set our lineups.
Even without Osvaldo Alonso, you guys still seem to have several guys in the midfield that would otherwise be starters, at least are playing like starters. How do you go about balancing that, and how does that change?
It's just when somebody's injured, it's another person's opportunity to step up and play. So they got to step up and play and do well. And one of the things you want to do is you put a team together. You want to be able to have capable reserve players, and I think we have that. So guys have stepped up. Servando stepped up lately and done well. Shawri got called into the game as Ozzy got hurt against Dallas and came in and did well. So now this week it's their turn to be the 2 guys in there and to do well. So you don't really plan on it or balance it off. And when people are healthy, then you got to make decisions. And as I said, this week the decisions aren't really straightforward in terms of, okay, all right, this is probably the best 11. Here it's, you always want to play your best 11, but you're also saying, okay, this guy's gone after this game, so can this guy play 3 games in a week or 2 games, and how do you balance that? So, but normally if it's a normal week, you just, hey, the guys who are playing the best are the guys who are going to be in there.
And does Rosales look like he's ready to go then?
Yeah, he said he felt pretty good with his arm. He's trained full out this week, so we'll make a final decision on that. But we feel pretty confident he could play.
Any predictions on tomorrow's Champion League's final? You rooting for any specific team?
I don't know. They're both German teams that I like, but I like a lot of German teams. But it's not my hometown team, which would be better. But there's a guy who played for Borussia Dortmund that sort of my old Scottish coach named me after. That's why I became Ziggy. They had a player named Ziggy Held, so that's always been my connection to Dortmund. And Bayern Munich is Bayern Munich. Everybody is in Germany. Bayern has just been the predominant team, and a really good friend of mine played for Bayern in the early 70s. So I think Bayern has probably been the more consistent team this year, has gotten the better of Dortmund this year in league and in the cup games. But you never know. In one game, you never know. So it's going to be the favorites are Bayern. The young upstarts are Jurgen Klopp's team and Dortmund. I think if you go on form, Bayern should win it. But I wouldn't bet my house on it.
Cheering for?
I'm cheering for a German team to win. So my dad said he's going over to Alpine Village, so he should have a good time.
Anything else? Thank you.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog, and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.